Limited. Radio Icengelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good afternoon with the main news. My name is Kennedy Mbewa Jr. The headlines: disposal of face masks in designated areas, implementation of the nutrition program by the Catholic Diocese of Ndola cheers women in Masaiti, and Ghana coach Kelvin Kaindu describes as fair the CAF Confederation Cup Group stage draws. Kindly be informed that you can also follow us on the Radio Channel Facebook page and our radio and on Radio Garden. The details: Kitwe District Principal Environmental Health Officer Christopher Gondwe has advised members of the public against the indiscriminate disposal of surgical masks. Speaking to Radio Icengelo News today, Mr. Gondwe said the practice can lead to the further spread of the infectious diseases such as COVID. He has since urged the public to practice the safe disposal of surgical masks and reduce the spread of COVID-19 and other infectious diseases.
Makamaka haya uchitatu gari reusable ero twamono uchitatu tufire twapose mask na tuiposa mumuganda iyo lero na tupose muma bins ya kuchirati yala ochiwa nokumono kuchirati tatupose lechiposa ike bantu ngatoposa chipose pose twala netombo afya kubantu bantu so chikankala.
Some women in Masaiti are happy with the implementation of the nutrition program by the Catholic Diocese of Ndola. Ndola Diocese, with support from the United Kingdom organization, CAFOOD is carrying out a nutrition program in Mpongwe, Kitwe, Masaiti, Chilawombwe, and Chingola in a bid to enhance the food security at family level. Speaking on behalf of Pew2 Women Group of Masaiti, Teresa Mlenga said that women are pleased with the project as they have also been empowered with financial literacy skills plus chicken and goat rearing activities.
Mama pali no sitafe bana tuleya pakitu ababentu aho je tufitenge tureshisha twaho dakapenda tureshisha olokuchirako nderanjirako kuri bakeya giva bananzi tuli abakutotera bantu nutrition ya kuma site ya lesangwa sana pali no sitafe kwa.
Now, the continued abuse of drugs by children living on the street has worried Copperbelt Child Development Coordinator Esther Chimimba. Ms. Chimimba says it is unfortunate that the children are in the habit of abusing a mixture of drugs commonly known as Bostik or Jenkin. She has since castigated individuals supplying the children with the dangerous drugs and urged them to stop. And Ms. Chimimba has urged members of the public to stop giving arms to children, saying such practices encourages them to continue living on the streets.
As a community, to give arms, they are doing a service. They don't say service to them. We stop giving arms. If we have anything to support the kids, there are instructions. We have structures, we have social welfare, we have child department, we have the disease office. These are not in the channel to let them be given to appropriate instructions. Because if we give to the analysis, it is like attractive.
And Ndola District Commissioner Andatongo has expressed disappointment that 14 boys out of the 41 were taken to Zambia National Service, ZNS Center in Katete for skills training ran away.
Last December, where our government has now made it better to put up another facility in Chioko, in Katete, where these children were going to be integrated and be trained into some survival skills, where they would do agriculture, carpentry, plumbing, building, and all those kind of skills, where they were supposed to have gone on that program. 41 kids were picked from Mondola, boys were picked to be taken to Katete. Again, unfortunately, these kids have started coming back all the way from Katete. Some of them have come back. You have seen some of them who are complaining about whatever they complained about the facilities they were there.
Still in Ndola-based economist Manasseh Suwila says there is need to put in policies that will promote the exportation of value-added products for enhanced domestic revenue. And Mr. Suwila has observed that the dependency on imports has led to the continued depreciation of the kwacha. In an interview with Radio Icengelo News in Kitwe, Mr. Suwila called on government to put in place sound policies that will enable mining firms to declare their revenue for the benefit of the local people.
They will not even declare how many tons they have, mined, how many tons they have sold, and how much they have gained out of the sales that are there. Because as a country, we were very little in terms of, the exports. We are so much of more like an importing country. So it's us who always take out our money to foreign countries to buy whatever we want to bring in. Instead, it should be the other way around, where we should also be selling so much of other aspects in terms of, exporting. And in this case, we know our manufacturing and the agricultural sector and other sectors may not just attain the needed exportation level that we have the open, but because the system that we put in place, and I'm sure the government will come to the head of the Zambia by ensuring that the mining policy has to be properly balanced.
Plans are underway for the construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Fiwobe Primary School in Ndola to cater for the increasing number of pupils. And this development has cheered Fiwobe head teacher Abia Mwamba. Ms. Mwamba has, however, cited the shortage of desks and inadequate number of ablution blocks as some of the challenges the school is facing.
Yes, most of the desks are not in good condition. As we go around, you'll be able to see that some desks are being used just for the sake of a pupil to be in class and to attend to the lessons. The other challenges we have, the lighting situation. There are very few security lights outside, and at the same time, you're trying to make sure those lights which are in use are working.
And Chief Member of Parliament Frank Ngambi, who visited the school, said he was aware of the challenges the school was facing, hence the building of the classroom block.
The challenges that we'll be going through, especially starting from the water and also the classroom space. And with my colleagues, we have decided that we're going to build one classroom block at this school. And I'm sure my colleagues are already here trying to look at the ceiling. So they are just need to identify a school where we can build that infrastructure. So we're hoping that in a way of enhancing quality education and also reducing the teacher-pupil ratio, we believe that once this infrastructure is built, it should be able to address that challenge.
Pope Francis has urged Catholics to ask Christ for the gift of mercy in a letter marking the 90th anniversary of the first appearance of Jesus to St. Faustina Kowalska on Monday. In a letter to Bishop Piotr Libera of Plock, the Pope noted that the first apparition took place on February 22, 1931. St. Faustina recorded the apparition which took place in Plock in Hadari. The Polish nun said that Jesus appeared to her dressed in white with two rays emerging from his chest, one red and the other pale. She reported that Christ asked her to create an image of him bearing the words, Jesus, I trust in you. St. Faustina was canonized by Pope John Paul II in the year 2000, becoming the first saint of the new millennium. This now move on to sports. Coach Kelvin Kaindu has described as fair the CAF Confederation Cup group stage draw that has pitted Nkana against Raja Casablanca of Morocco and Pyramids of Egypt on the winner between Diagosto and Namungo. Nkana will start the Group D campaign against the Pyramids away in Egypt on March 10. Speaking to journalists, Kaindu said Nkana must utilize home matches in the group in order to go far in the competition.
It's a fair draw. Being that if we come back to Raja in Morocco, we already know where the venue, we already know the environment, we already know where we can find our training ground. It's an advantage for us rather than going to a country where we don't have so much information. Yes, we know these are the giants in North Africa, and we just need to focus. It's good that we play the North African country before we qualify to the group stage.
Meanwhile, NAPSA have been drawn in Group B together with RS Bekani of Morocco, JS Kabila of Algeria, and Cotton Sport of Cameroon. And coach Mohamed Fati says he is not scared of meeting North African teams in continental matches, adding that his team will prepare adequately for the group stage.
We know being current champions. Then also they don't play any game according to the new regulations of that. We just come to the group stage. I don't, I'm honest with you, I don't give too much. I can give respect, but not too much respect. Okay. Because if I respect them too much, I'll lose again.
This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Icengelo with compliments of Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited. International news as monitored from the BBC. The Democratic Republic of Congo has confirmed one more case of Ebola. This latest case is connected to the first case of the nurse who died in the country's resurgence of the virus. The country now has 7 confirmed cases and 4 deaths, according to the World Health Organization. More than 250 health workers and high-risk contacts had been vaccinated by Saturday. Here's the BBC with the rest of the stories from around the world.
Tigrayan members of the Ethiopian peacekeeping force in South Sudan have refused to go home, saying they fear for their lives. A fight was reported at the airport during an attempt to force the troops on board a plane. The UN spokesman said 15 Tigrayan soldiers wanted to seek asylum in South Sudan. A Rwandan rebel group has denied involvement in Monday's killing of the Italian ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congolese authorities accuse the Democratic Forces for the Liberation of Rwanda of shooting dead the ambassador and 2 others in eastern Congo. Facebook says it will restore access to news content on its platform for Australian users, which it blocked last week. It follows a compromise with the Australian government over proposed legislation to force Facebook and Google to pay for third-party news. The deal means the social media giants have an extra 2 months to strike monetary deals with local news publishers before facing mandatory arbitration. These people in Sydney gave their reactions to the compromise.
It's actually great for it to be back because I can actually share posts with my friends, be aware of what is happening, because I'm not the type of person to log onto the news every day. So it's good for me to interact and see what is happening.
I think Facebook, well, in my view, might have misjudged this one. And I think the market's going to respond pretty strongly with competing places to get news.
And that we end this afternoon's main news on Radio Icengelo. For these and more stories, feel free to visit the Radio Icengelo Facebook page, like the Radio Icengelo page, and link to Radio Icengelo to radio12345.com. Remember, as well, COVID-19 is real, therefore, wear a mask when in public, avoid large groups, maintain social distance, and always make sure that you avoid unnecessary movements. So, on behalf of the entire news team, my name is Kennedy Mbeo Jr. Remember to join us for The news summary coming your way at 16 hours. So thank you so very much for listening. On behalf of the entire news team, have yourself a lovely Tuesday afternoon and enjoy the lunch break drive with Kangwatilisha and Gabriel. Thank you.